Good morning, all of you. So, the short story My Financial Career by Stephen Leacock. Stephen Leacock is a Canadian writer. He has written this very short and humorous short story titled My Financial Career. So, in the previous class, we discussed word to word this short story and we experienced the simplicity and the humorous elements in the story. Today, in this class, we will discuss some important questions related to this short story. Before we begin discussing questions, let us understand the characterization in the short story. So, there are four major characters. They are the narrator, the author himself, who is the main character, who himself is the narrator of the story narrating, and second character is accountant in the bank, accountant and then clerk and the manager. Place, as far as place is concerned, we have bank. Okay, so inside the bank, this incident happens, and so we have other characters like clerks, accountant, and manager. There is one name in the entire show story, that is Mr. Montgomery. Mr. Montgomery is the name of the accountant. We don't have mention of narrator's name. So we will remember only the narrator, clerk, accountant whose name is Montgomery, and the manager. So we have gone through the entire show story. Let us summarize few important points. My Financial Career is written by Stephen Leacock. It is a humorous account of the author's venturing into opening a bank account. So at the beginning, there is a mention of that author wants to open a bank account. Why? Because his salary was increased $56 per month, and that's why he thought bank to be the most suitable thing to deposit his money. So at the beginning, he wants to open an account, and then the major theme of the story is people's people like the narrator in the story, their distrust, their suspicion in the institution like bank, that they get nervous because of inexperience. So he begins with a clear confession. At the beginning, author confesses. He tells us that he doesn't know anything in the bank. That bank and everything related to bank rattles him. Rattles him means make him worried. He becomes worried, he becomes nervous when he visits institution like bank. So at the beginning we have clear confession, and then in an exaggerated manner. Exaggerated means to describe everything. So we have experience in the show story that he is describing everything: clerk, the windows, the counters. So exaggeration means with the help of many words, embellish words, ornamental words, he makes his description more effective. So he exaggerates everything, his worries and his nervousness in the bank, and then he describes his air of confidentiality. Confidentiality means his secret, that he is nervous within, but he doesn't want to reveal it. And distrust makes the manager mistake him for a millionaire. So because of the secret, the confidentiality and the distrust that he has within, by mistake, bank manager thought him to be a millionaire, a businessman, having a lot of money, and therefore he wants to open a large account. But that was not the case. But when he gets to know, he means manager gets to know that he has only $56. He is directed to an account. He calls an accountant and shows the direction to the narrator to go to the accountant and do the business. So the narrator mistakenly goes into the safe. The narrator doesn't know anything, what to do, what not to do, where to go. So he needed guidance. So then he is guided by the manager to the clerk for the opening his account. So while he opens his account, with the help of the clerk, he is standing right in front of the counter. People stare at him. Other people working in the bank, by looking at his unusual behavior, people thought in the bank that he would be millionaire, a very wealthy person, thinking that he is a millionaire. Nevertheless, frightened and miserable, he was very sad. The narrator was very sad. The narrator was frightened because he was doing everything unconsciously. He signed a paper, he wrote his sum of the amount, but he was unaware of what is happening with him in the bank. So he takes a withdrawal slip. Just he deposited $56, opened a new account, and after just a few minutes, he wants to withdraw all the money that he has deposited just 5 minutes before. So he takes a withdrawal slip and withdraws the $56 and rushes out the bank. And behind him, the door closes, and the roar of the laughter. All people were laughing at his behavior, and he was hearing from the outside of the bank. And then in the conclusion, hence is the narrator keeps his money. What he says after that, I never go to bank. I keep my money in my pocket, my pants pocket, and life saving. For the present use, I keep in my pocket, and other money for the saving, I keep in the sock. And this is how the story ends. So it is a humorous piece of literature written by Canadian writer Stephen Leacock. Very simple. There are only few characters to remember, and just one incident. It is about the bank and the experience of the people who feel worried, and they get nervous when they visit because of the lack of experience. They become confidence less. So that is what represented by the narrator in this story. So many people do experience such a thing when they visit for the first time institution like bank. Now we will discuss questions. In examination, you will have MCQ questions. Okay. Question is number one. First, we have to remember the title, My Financial Career, written by Stephen Lecoq. એવો પણ પ્રશ્ન પૂછાઈ જાય સ્ટીફન લીકોક belongs to which country? So he belongs to Canada. And who is the author of the story My Financial Career? So you have to remember it is Stephen Lecoq. ને એમ પણ પૂછાય કે which of the following story is written by Stephen Lecoq? So there will be My Financial Career. That is correct option. Three names would be other short stories written by somebody else. Okay, question number one. What makes the narrator feel nervous in a bank? So in the very beginning of the story, narrator tells us that he feels nervous in a bank, and he says that he lists out some names. He says that the clerks, the window counter, the side of money, and then he says that in fact everything in the bank makes the narrator nervous, nervous or worried. So very simple answer. Clerks inside the bank, I repeat, clerks, windows at the counter, side of the money, and then he concluded that everything inside the bank makes him nervous. This is how you can answer this question. Now, how does the accountant help the narrator in the beginning? Very simple. When he enters the bank, the narrator was unaware where to go, whom to meet. And he thought that he wanted to open a new account, that he should meet manager. He has that type of idea in his mind that he should consult to the manager because he wants to open a new account. So he went to the counter where it was written accountant. So there he goes and then tells the accountant that he wants to meet the manager. An accountant politely calls the manager, and manager comes and they meet the narrator and the manager. So how does he help? The accountant helps the narrator by fetching the manager because narrator wants to meet the manager. So accountant helps. So accountant calls the manager. What prevents the narrator from telling manager his purpose clearly? Very simple. What prevents the narrator from telling the manager his purpose clearly? His purpose was clear that he wants to open account and he wants to deposit $56. First time $56 and then the next month onwards $50 every month. But he can't explain it clearly to the manager. The reason is nervousness. The reason is lack of confidence. Because he is worried, he is nervous, and he is not have enough confidence to explain his purpose clearly. So then manager thought that he should be either detective. Then he says that he should be either businessman, millionaire, the son of Rothschild or the gold. Then he clarifies that he just wants to open an account with the $56. So that was a very small matter. And then the manager was relieved. Then the fourth question: how does the manager's behavior change when he learns that the narrator wants to open an account with $56? At the beginning, manager was very serious because the narrator's proposal was that he wants to meet him alone. So manager thought, because they hardly get such a customer who tell them to meet alone. So manager thought that the matter would be serious or there should be some secret with him to reveal. So the manager takes him in the private room and he locks it and makes sure that nobody will disturb us. It is a private room and it is closed. Now you can explain, reveal your secret, but there was no secret as such what the manager was thinking. So manager starts the conversation. He tells that are you belong to the Pinkertons? Are you a detective? Then he says no, he is not detective. So are you a millionaire? Want to open a big account? Again he clarifies that no, I want to just open account with $56. Then the manager's mood was suddenly changed. He rose up, he got up, went out of the private room, and suddenly, without further conversation, he calls the accountant and tells the narrator that go to the accountant. So what he says, Mr. Comrie, this gentleman wants to open an account. Help him. Good morning. So this was his attitude. His behavior was changed. Then number fifth, why does the narrator deposit $56 and then want to withdraw $6? Now remember, he deposited $56 and then he wanted to withdraw $6 out of 56. 50 he want to keep. But it is because of the nervousness that he makes mistake in writing, and instead of 6 he writes down 56. Now the narrator wants to deposit $56 because his salary was raised. It's increment. He gets an increment in the salary. Therefore, he thought to deposit $56 in the bank. What happens then? Then he wants to withdraw $6 for his present use, for the present expenditure. બાકીનું એ સેવિંગ કરવા માંગે છે અને $6 છે એ કરંટ યુઝ માટે, એક્સપેન્ડિચર માટે વિથડ્રો કરવા માંગે છે. So clear? Number one, he wants to deposit 56 because he got the increment in the salary. And number two, why he wants to withdraw $6 because of the present expenditure. Question number 6. How did the narrator end up withdrawing all his money? without thinking. First he, without giving a single thought, he just deposited all his money. He gave the bowl, screwed up bowl, in which there was $56. So he gave it to the accountant and told him that you take it, I want to deposit it. So accountant, as usual, just started the process of opening an account and opened. Narrator asks to him that is it done? Accountant also says that replies yes, it is done. Your account already opened and 56 deposited. Now another idea struck in his mind, and the idea was to withdraw $6 for the present use. So he tells the clerk that he wants to withdraw. So the clerk gives him withdrawal slip, and clerk also helps him how to write, mention the things. And by mistake, because of nervousness, he wrote down 56 instead of 6 by mistake. And this is how he, gave that slip to the accountant. Accountant was surprised, or the clerk over there was surprised after reading this slip that and he, by surprise asked him the question that you want to withdraw all money you have just deposited. Now the narrator was unable to explain everything. He was in a position that where he cannot explain everything clearly. So just he was defenseless, and then he just agreed that yes, he wants to withdraw everything. He doesn't want to deposit. Again, the clerk asked that you don't want to deposit anything here, and he says that never. I don't want to deposit here a cent of it. People thought that he might be millionaire and something wrong would have happened to him. Somebody might have insulted him. He felt insult, and because of that insult, he thought of withdrawing all the money he has deposited. But case was totally different because narrator himself was nervous and worried. Because of that thing, he was making mistakes after mistakes and making his situation more worst. And then after that he took all his money and went out of the bank. So this is how he withdrew. With the help of clerk, he filled up the slip, gave it to the clerk, responded to questions, and told that he wants everything back. And he got it and went without depositing in anything. He went out of the bank. Then, who benefited from the transaction, the bank or the customer? It was a drama created by the narrator inside the bank. First, he opened an account, deposited $56, and within a few minutes, withdrew all the money. So, none of them, neither bank nor the narrator, none of them benefited by this transaction. So, the answer of this question is that the neither bank nor the narrator benefited from the transaction. No benefit, no loss. Now this is very good question. Question number 8. Do you think the story is imaginary or real? Now this is up to you. If you think that it is imaginary, it can be. As a reader, you can interpret. You have freedom, liberty to interpret in your own way. Or if you think that it is a real incident, might have happened to author's personal life, can be possible. We don't know. So it is your perception being a reader of the story. So it is up to you. This is your homework. You have to think over this question. Question number 8. Do you think that the story is imaginary or real? If you think imaginary, give the evidence. Explain why it is. Why do you think that it is imaginary? If you think that the story is real, again mention, explain that why it is. Why do you think that it is real? Give the example from the story or some clues, points through which you can explain that either it is imaginary or it is real. It can be any, imaginary or real, it is up to you. What adjectives can you use to describe the narrator? Okay, so by looking at his unusual behavior, his nervousness, worriness, sadness, what are the adjectives that are appropriate, suitable to describe the narrator? If you can think of few adjectives suitable to the narrator in the story, you can write in your chat box. What do you think of the narrator? Think of the adjectives suitable for the narrator. Give me answer in your chat box for this question, question number 9. Question number 9, you can answer in your chat box. Think of the proper adjectives which can describe the narrator. Nervous, okay, number 1, correct. He was nervous. Then another, you can draw out at least 5 adjectives. Nervous, then other adjectives. 2, 3 are already mentioned in the story. Nervous, frightened, shy, sad, unhappy. And he does everything quick in a sudden, confidence less. Okay, so nervous, shy, frightened, these are the suitable adjectives for the author in the story. What will happen to the bank if it receives many customers of this kind every day? શું થાય જો આવા નરેટર જેવા કસ્ટમર રોજ બેંકમાં વિઝિટ કરતા હોય? એકાઉન્ટ ખોલવાનું, ડિપોઝિટ કરવાની અને પાછું તરત જ વિથડ્રો કરી લેવાનું. બરોબર, તો બેંકમાં જે કામ કરતા લોકો છે વિધાઉટ બેનિફિટ આખો દિવસ એમનો આમ જ જતો રહે. They will do the work, reward is zero, nothing. They will get nothing. So what will happen to the bank? Time of the bank will be wasted. Of the bank means people who are working in the bank, they will waste their time, dealing with the people like the narrator. And number two, for them it will be, you can, it is open. You can think in a different manner too. The people, if they are tired, exhausted with their work, they can have fun. As we saw in the show story, that people were laughing at the author. So it was for them a fun. So they get relaxation by witnessing such a funny incident. But it is funny for a few incidents. If it, every day if you get such customers, then it is no longer a funny. It is then serious matter. One day you have to close the bank because you have opened the bank for the benefit. People will come, they will deposit the money, and this is how you get the benefit. Okay, so here it is also mention of the bank. Earlier story, the Varjar, there was also mention of the bank, and from the next class onward, we will begin third short story, that is the the boy who broke the bank. Again, there is a bank. That is also a very good story. It is about the rumor, how the rumor are spread in the village. So in the Google Classroom, three of them are available. Read the original text. Okay. So in this short story, we are not supposed to discuss words. Questions we have discussed already. It is very simple, very easy. There is nothing difficult. So read it yourself, enjoy, and think of these questions. Today I will upload this PPT in the Google Classroom. So you will get it in the Google Classroom. Again, you read, enter, and think of the questions. And write down all these questions in your notebook. A fair notebook you have prepared for the subject English, advanced English communication. In that book, you are supposed to write down these questions, 10 questions and their answer. Okay, think and write. So your reading and writing, both the skills will be improved. Write in your own way. બરાબર, સ્ટોરીને સમજી અને આ પ્રશ્નોના જવાબ છે એ પછી સ્ટોરી જોયા વગર લખવાના. બરાબર, ડોન્ટ ગો ટુ સ્ટોરી ફોર ધી આન્સર. Once you read one, two times your story, understand it, and without referring to the story, answer in your own words. તમારે પોતાના શબ્દોમાં જવાબ લખવાનો છે. Fine. So we end here this short story, and with this we also end our today's session. In the next class, we shall begin another short story, third and last short story, that is The Boy Who Broke the Bank by Ruskin Bond. એ પહેલા તમે જરા એ સ્ટોરીને વાંચી લેજો, so you will understand in a more better way. So now you can type your roll number. Thank you. Have a nice day.